Last spring, students and staff were shocked when their small community school in Arrowwood, Alberta was deliberately set on fire. But less than a year later, the school has been completely rebuilt and classes are now back in session. Arrowwood Community School principal Jody Beagle remembers well the night her school was destroyed by fire.
On April 19th, last spring, there was an alarm that went off at our school, and we found out that it had been vandalized first and then set on fire.
It was one of several fires the vandals set in town that night.
It was a young 21-year-old that was, I think, just making some poor choices, and he came to the school and he broke windows. All the west side of the school, all the windows were broken, and then he entered through my office window and set fire in the office. And it wasn't when he stepped out into the hallway, it alerted the RCMP and the town, actually, with the alarms going off.
The fire at the school caused extensive damage to the entrance and office areas, and major smoke and heat damage throughout the building.
The damage was, they figure, $5 million, including contents, as well as to house us for the 7 months that we were out of our building. On top of repairing, they had to gut the building completely. Thankfully, the cinder blocks portion of it was saved, and from there they had to rebuild everything. So,
fortunately, the school was insured, and over the next 7 months, it was completely renovated. Everything from classrooms to bathrooms were redone. The kitchen was expanded, the ventilation system replaced, and shiny new matching lockers now line the hallways, replacing the old, smaller ones. One of the biggest improvements was in the gym.
At the time of the fire, it was mostly smoke damage and heat damage that happened here. Of course, all of our equipment, due to the heat and the plastics, they were completely ruined. But it was the cold smoke settling on the floor that ruined our gym floor too. So as you can see, it's a beautifully redone hardwood floor. And we have new basketball hoops, and the kids are very excited about that.
During the renovations, the 95 students, ranging from pre-K to grade 9, were placed in makeshift classrooms. Remarkably, they missed very little school time.
It was amazing. We only missed 2 days of school, and after those 2 days we moved to the community hall and we stayed there for a couple months, and then around the end of the year we moved into portable classrooms that the Calgary Christian School donated to us, and then we just got into the school here a couple weeks out of those portable classrooms, and everyone was really happy.
Throughout this ordeal, the school has received support in the form of money, donations, and good wishes from across the country, including one community that knows all about the devastation of fire.
Well, the one that gets me the most is from Slave Lake. They had the fire last year, and the support that they gave alone was overwhelming. The little letters from kids saying, "We're so sorry you lost your school. I lost my whole house, so I know what it feels like." And it just makes you sit down and think, you know what, it was just our school. And just all the stuff that they gave us, like they gave us boxes and boxes of stuff. It was overwhelming. And backpacks full of stuff too, so they were just very thoughtful.
In many small towns, the school is a cornerstone. After the fire, there was concern the school might not be rebuilt. But since the renovations, many people have a new appreciation for what their school means to the community.
Without this school, I don't know if the community, it's what brings the community together, because of all the different diversities of cultures and everything. It's all brought together here. So without that, I think you'd see a lot of maybe separation, and then the community wouldn't be as whole as it is now.
Now that the school is back up and running, Principal Jody can reflect on the positives that have come about from an otherwise negative situation.
You know what? I was so impressed. I think the staff and the students handled it so positively. They didn't blame, they didn't hold on to it, but we tried to move that direction too, as this is what's happened, and we took it from the angle as we need to pray for and think about the person that did this too, because he was obviously going through something. And so it was a very positive angle, and the kids were great. I think if anything, it brought us closer together as a family.